This film starts from a small village in Indonesia. It is the time of 1943. There are three nations living in Indonesia now: Indonesians, Dutch, and Japanese. Japanese used to be very cruel to Indonesians and Dutch people. That's why these two nations didn't like the Japanese, nor did they get along with them, but they used to live together very lovingly. It is known that in this small village of Indonesia, some Japanese soldiers had imprisoned Indonesians and Dutch people. A Dutch girl, Ivanna, comes to save them from here. But unfortunately, she herself is caught by the Japanese soldiers. She is taken to the officer, who was Ivanna's friend. Ivanna thought the officer would help her, but the officer was going to strangle her and kill her. Suddenly, an Indonesian boy comes to help Ivanna. He attacks the officer with a big stone, saves him and takes him away. This boy was also Ivanna's friend. He was imprisoned by the Japanese soldiers. He was released because of Ivanna. These two were running away from here. The soldier gets up from behind and fires a bullet at them. This scene is cut from here and shows the time of 1993. In a bus, we see a girl named Amber and her brother. It is known that her parents died in a car accident, and because of that accident, she is also unable to see properly. She sees everything blurry. That's why Amber's brother always stays with her to take care of her and guide her. In a while, Amber reaches her destination. This was her friend Agus's house. This is the same building where the Japanese had imprisoned the Indonesian people many years ago. Agus takes Amber and her brother inside the house. He introduces them to his family. Everyone was very happy to meet Amber and her brother. After a while, Amber's brother starts playing games with Agus's grandmother. While playing, his disc falls into a small house window nearby. These people go to that house to get it. Amber also goes there. Amber's house was very old. When Amber was going ahead, the wood of the floor suddenly breaks and Amber goes to the basement. To help her, her brother and his other companion come here, and they find this place very interesting. From here, they get a strange box, from which they come to their house. They also saw a statue that had no head. When they open this box on their way home, they get a diary first. It was the diary of the same girl we saw in the first scene of the movie. It was written in the diary that Ivanna's parents had died in an accident. That house was also Ivanna's and this box too. Inside the box, they found a cassette. When they play it, there was a very good song in it. Everyone liked it and everyone started dancing. While dancing, the lights of the house suddenly went off. There was nothing to do, so these people went to sleep. After lighting a lot of candles in their house, we noticed that the window of their house suddenly opens at night. Agus, who is Amber's friend and the owner of this house, goes out to check, but there was no one outside. Everyone was asleep to sleep. Radio telecoms were installed in every room of this house so that everyone could contact each other. Amber hears someone's voice in the radio telecoms in her room, as if she is calling him out of her room. Amber hears a voice and comes out, and on coming out, Amber was seeing everything as if her eyes were not bad. Here in front of her, as if a movie was playing, she was seeing the time when Ivanna came to this house to save her friends. That is, the time many years ago. It is known that in the first scene of the story, where the Japanese officer shot Ivanna and her friend, she was actually Ivanna's friend. To save her life, Ivanna came to this house again. To save her life, she asked for help from all the Indonesian people here, whom she had just saved, who did not help Ivanna. Now she was seeing the same thing that suddenly Amber's brother comes out of the room. Hearing her voice, she is shocked. She did not understand anything. She went back to the room and lied down. It was all her fault. At night, the doors of her house opened again. At this time, her music player also started playing, whose voice is heard by her grandmother. To stop this, when she came out, she saw a headless statue in her house, the same statue that we had seen in the basement of the house next to her. Seeing this, Grandma runs away from there in fear. She had locked herself in the washroom, but whoever it was, he had come to the washroom before her. He grabs Grandma's head from behind. Grandma sees two very terrifying hands, which had suddenly neck kill, and has said Grandma was killed. Today was Eid. Everyone got up early. Everyone sees that the same statue is kept in the middle of their house, which they had left in the basement. Agus felt that her brother had brought this statue here to prank her. They do not pay attention to this. Meanwhile, on the other hand, Amber tells her grandpa about everything that happened to her at night. Chitty was not believing her. Anyway, now they start breakfast and decide to make a picture before that. They feel that their grandma is not here. Everyone started looking for her. While looking for her, Amber came to a bathroom. She could see everything. She felt that Grandma's head was removed from her body and killed in a very bad way. After feeling all this, she got scared. She screamed loudly. Everyone comes here with her voice, and she gets very scared seeing Grandma's condition. Who could have done this? To solve the case, they call the police, but the police were also scared to see the condition of the body. At this time, there were many wounds on the body. Mr. Durkar gets back in the car and contacts his force to call. He wanted to go from here himself, but he was not able to do anything because of the rain. It got dark, and in the middle of the night, Amber heard the music again. As soon as she comes to the music player, she starts to see everything clearly again. And Ivanna's story continues once again. It is shown that the Indonesian people who came here to save Ivanna, the same Indonesian people separate Ivanna from this boy. She was asking for help from them, but here, on the contrary, the Indonesian people beat her hard. Whatever was happening with Ivanna today, here in the present, everyone at home was able to see with Amber. Ivanna's painful voices and people's killing were all heard. Not only here, but also in the shadow on the wall, they could see all this. These killing Indonesian people now hand Ivanna over to Japanese soldiers. They had cheated with their own sympathy. Japanese soldiers also torture Ivanna a lot here, kill her with their guns, and in anger, Ivanna tells everyone, "See, this is not going to be enough for me. I will definitely come back to take revenge for every drop of my blood, and I will kill every Indonesian and Dutch people and quench my thirst for blood." Hearing this, the Japanese soldier gets angry and now attacks Ivanna so badly that her head is separated from the body. The shadow, seeing Amber and everyone here, were scared to see this. They saw that the Japanese soldier had thrown Ivanna's head into the well outside, while Ivanna's injured boyfriend picked up Ivanna's body and took it to the basement of the small house next door to hide Ivanna's body. He put a lot of soil on Ivanna so that everyone would think that this is a statue. After that, he covered it with a cloth and came out of here. He wanted to take revenge from the Japanese soldier for his friend Ivanna, but he was injured and could not do much. The Japanese soldiers killed him. Here, everyone who was busy seeing the shadows, it is shown that Ivanna's soul takes her brother to the basement of the house next door and kills him by separating his head from his body, just like she killed her grandmother. Seeing this, everyone gets scared badly and come and sit in the police van. They were trying to run away from here, but the car does not start. Ivanna had stopped them here because now they were listening to Ivanna's voice on the car radio. Not only this, Ivanna now puts her bloodstained hands all over the car. Seeing this, these people get scared badly, and now Ivanna murders another person. She kills her aunt just like she killed the first two people, separating the head from the body. Now all of them were very close to each other. They knew that Ivanna would kill them too. To save themselves, these people decide to fight this situation. They decide that they will burn Ivanna's statue, and in this way, maybe they will get rid of Ivanna's soul. To complete their plan, they all go out. Everyone picks up Ivanna's statue and brings it near the well. The police officer breaks Ivanna's statue and everyone throws it into the well. But in the meantime, Ivanna's soul holds both Amber and Amber's brother by the neck and fly them in the air. To save both of them, not only with them, but also with Ivanna's soul, they attacked from behind with a hammer. Because of this, both of them fell into the well with Ivanna's soul. Here on top of that, the police officer throws a lighter near them so that they can burn Ivanna's body. Ivanna, who used to get very little addiction, is very difficult to find a lighter here. And as soon as she finds the lighter, before she can burn Ivanna's body, here in the well, Ivanna's soul comes and grabs her neck. That means she was also going to break Amber's neck and eliminates her. But as soon as the time comes, this lighter grabs Amber's brother and sets Ivanna's body on fire. It was shown that Ivanna's soul was burnt. Maybe she was free. And finally, both of them were saved from her. They were saved, but they couldn't stay here for long. As soon as morning comes, they all pack their things and leave. Amber keeps a photo of Ivanna with her. After they leave this house, we see that the music player of this house, Udba, himself died. Clearly, it meant that the danger was not completely eliminated. Either Ivanna didn't die, or Ivanna's boyfriend's soul is still here to take revenge. What was going to happen next, no one knows. With this mystery, this movie ends here. Thanks for watching.